Well, howdy and welcome back. So sometimes you're on eBay and you see people selling sets, like old factory sets. Always suspicious about people selling hand collated sets for cheaper than the rookies. So that always makes you wonder if they're picked through or whatnot. But I saw this individual selling three 1983 FLEER factory sets, hand collated, and they looked like they were in older sleeves, like it was an older collection, like maybe it hadn't been gone through. So I took a chance on it. I put these in these one touches here. So the Ryan Sandberg rookie, and it's nice. It's off center, but it's very minty. It's very clean card. What I will say though is these old boxes, these old cardboard boxes, they have a tendency to discolor some of these edges. And these smell good. These don't smell like smoke or tobacco or anything. So these weren't in a house that had tobacco. If you've ever had baseball cards come out of a house that was full of tobacco, it's pretty nasty, and you could tell straight away. That smell just does not go away. But anyway, the condition of these cards was really nice. They're nice, but there's always just a little something wrong. A little bump corner, a little off center. But this is the first set I opened out of the three. I opened one of the boxes, and then I put the rest in my binder, my FLEER binder. So these are those, but these are the sets. So let's see, let's back out a little bit. So this is what intrigued me. Let me move these guys out of the way. So this is what intrigued me, was these old yellow holders. And again, you can see the Gwynn is a little off center there. And BOGGS is too. But somebody valued Ripken. It's the second year. Put him in there too. Let's see what Rhino looks like. Rhino actually looks really nice. He might have a slightly touched upper left corner, but that's a really clean card. So that's what I saw with the first set. The rookies were nice, but they were flawed, you know. Then when you look at this old cardboard, you can smell the age on it. Even the paper is slightly discolored. But man, maybe it would be interesting to see what year this is. Yeah, what year? USA Today. Huh. There it is right there. I don't know if you can see it. USA Today, 1992. So if this was put together in 1992, smells like it. The set smells like this newspaper. So 1992, February 3rd, 1992. At least the paper came from there. Doesn't mean they wrapped it on that day. But yeah, kind of has all the indications of an older hand collated set. But I just want to dig through here and pick out some of the more prominent cards. If you want to hang out, we can see what's doing. Let's see. Oh, that was interesting. Some stickers. I wasn't expecting that. For a minute there, I was wondering what was going on with this stack of stickers. More FLEER nonsense. Let's see. Charlie Moore. Don Money. There's a Molitor. It's nice and clean. Everything's real clean in here. Everything's really nice and clean. There's Raleigh Fingers. I'm just gonna pull out the more valuable cards and put them in like a little clamshell or something, just to keep them from getting bumped around too hard. And Bruce Sutter. He's on the box of the cards. If you've ever seen the wax box, he's on the cover. Ozzie Smith. His brother Lonnie Smith. I didn't know that was his brother until just recently. There's the Willie McGee rookie. Really nice. Like, the condition is pretty spectacular. Now, I noticed that some of them were a little bit off color around the edges, but this one actually looks nice. There was just ever so much, a little bit of discoloration around the edges. Let's see. Get that up in there. Let's see what else. Jim Cott, yeah. Keith Hernandez, looking young. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty nice. Yeah, they smell great too. They smell really old. They smell like a good old comic book. All right, let's see. Some California Angels. Doug DeSense's. Rod Carew. Let's see. There we go. Don Baylor. Sammy Stewart. A younger Sammy Stewart. Jim Palmer. That's cool. Eddie Murray. Right on. Tippy Dennis Martinez. That's cool. This dude's smile could curdle milk, man. Holy cow, look at that. That's pretty rough. Rick Dempsey. Storm Davis, I think that's his rookie. Terry Crowley. Al Bumper and Booner. Robin Yount. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Don Sutton. Ben Ogilvy. There we go. Pretty cool. I'll try to pick up the pace of the notch here. Let's see. We got Pete Rose. These are just really clean. They're just off center. So other than the centering, which I think is just a phenomenon of the era, these are really good looking minty cards. And the edges are just crisp. I mean, they're like packed fresh. Steve Carlton. Was there early Bob Walk? I think second year Bob Walk. Phil Necro. Dale Murphy. Let's see. Yeah, the Murphy's nice. The last one I had from the first set had like something going on in the fields back there. Made it look like it was white and like kind of speckled. Let's see. Steve Berdosian. That's his third year. Okay. All right. They all seem so young. Every time I see a face that's of an older person, an older player from when the 90s, 80s, late 80s and early 90s, they look so young. Don Slott, rookie. Quisenberry. I love those collars sticking out. It's great. The man's got style. George Brett. Pretty good looking card. Bud Black's rookie, I think. Vita Blue. Mike Armstrong. Let's see. Mike Witt. I think that's his third year, right? Yeah, third year. Okay. And this is the rest of the California Angels there. Fred Lynn, Tommy John. There's Reggie. Pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Let's go through the rest of these. Did I go through these already? Yeah, I did. My bad. All right, let's see. Lou. All right, the White Sox. Harold Baines. He's an all-star here. He's a Hall of Famer. Let's see. Can we see properly? Yeah, there we go. There's Fernando. Dave Stewart. Mike Scioscia. Steve Sachs doing his bunt practice. Mike Marshall's like second, third year career. Something like that. Yeah, I see like this speckling up here in the field. Pedro Guerrero, Steve Garvey. Let's see. Dusty Baker and Yaz. John Tudor. Boy, he played forever, huh? Bob Stanley, Jim Rice. Tony Perez. I'm just pulling out the Hall of Famers. Kearney Lansford. Rich Gedman. That's pretty early. It's funny. It looks like he's wearing a monocle. I don't know if you can see it. There's a print defect around his eye. It makes it look like Dwight Evans is wearing a monocle. Dennis Eckersley, looking spry. All right, oh, and there's Mike Schmidt. Cool. Well, it's all in there, so that's cool. At least everything's accounted for. Nothing's missing. There's no missing stars. The first box was clean. I think it was only missing one card, but we'll see. Nothing major, just a no-name dude. Tim Raines. Young Terry Francona. Didn't he? I think he just broke the manager's. He just broke 2,000 wins, something like that. Was it 2,000? There's a lot of wins. I can't remember. Andre Dawson. Pretty cool. Gary Carter's got that fuzzing. It's like the sheet like scratched the black paint or the black ink off the top, so it looks all white. He also has like a print defect around his eye. Looks like a piece of fiber. It was on the first series as well, or the first set I opened as well. So something on the original or the proof. All right, let's see. Joe Morgan. I think this is Atlee's. I don't know if this is Atlee Hammaker's rookie or if it's second year. Chili Davis rookie though, pretty sure. Jack Clark. Let's see, yeah. Brantley. This is a pretty funny picture. Aurelio Rodriguez had a sense of humor. He's pretending to strike the photographer with the bat. Pretty cool. Pecoric. Wow, Greg Luzinski is a big boy. Vance Law, checking his glasses for smudges. Rudy Law, Vance Law, pretty interesting, same team. Jerry Kuzman, Nolan Ryan's rookie partner. Ron Kittle, he was having some pretty good years back then, wasn't he? And then Lamar Hoyt and Fisk, there we go. Carlton Fisk. Pretty cool. All right. Getting there. Let's see. I'll try to hustle up a little bit. Jack Morris. I think that's Hojo's rookie card. I don't know if I showed it. There's Hojo. Larry. Kirk Gibson. Early Kirk Gibson. Yeah, Kirk Gibson's cool. I'm a Dodger guy, so I like Kirk Gibson. Stargell. Rick Rhoden. Early Dave Parker. All right. Shane Raleigh. Willie Randolph. Lou Piniella. Greg Nettles. Lee Mazzilli. Ron Guidry, and then King Griffey Sr., the Goose Pull up the goose. All right. Javecki's rookie. This is his rookie, but I don't think it's really worth pulling out. Lou Whitaker. Sweet Lou Whitaker. Alan Trammell. All right. So far, so good. Both sets are looking mighty complete. I'm gonna assume the third one is the same, but I'll go through that too before I make sure I leave feedback. I think that's Mosby's rookie, or if not, second year. Jesse Barfield, rookie or second year. Rick Sutcliffe. A young Von Hayes. Dave Winfield. And Dave Righetti. Nice. All right. Is that Dave Righetti's? Might be his first. No, this is second FLEER. Yeah, we'll just put it in there. We'll just hold on to that for now. Here we go. Ferguson Jenkins. Bill Buckner. Ed Van de Berg. I think this is his rookie. Gaylord Perry. Bruce Bochy. Young Dickie Thom. Dave Smith. There he is. Nolan. Oh, he looks pretty good. Nolan Ryan. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. Joe Necro. All right. Getting there. Getting there. George Foster. Wally Backman. Davey Lopes. Ah, there's Ricky. Yeah, good. Again, super clean card, just off center. That's the same with both sets so far. They're just super sharp, super clean, just off center. I mean, I haven't looked at the stars on this one. I'll have to scrutinize those in a sec. Lee Smith. All right. Johnny Bench. Frank Tanana. A younger Charlie Haw. Oh, he's loving it. What is in that drink? Let's see. Bucky Dent. Danny Darwin. Buddy Bale. Mookie Wilson. Rusty Staub. Mike Scott. Jesse Orozco. Did some good pitching, man. He pitched in a lot of games. A lot of games. Young Ed Lynch. All right, we're almost there. We're in the home stretch. All right, we made it. We'll start at the back here. Checklists. There we go. Checklists. And now the double features. So Ricky on one side, Reggie on the other. Speed and Power. Bud Black and Vita Blue. Black and blue. Pretty cool. Perfect game. 2 teams same day. Got a hit. Ogilvy and Reggie Jackson. Ricky Henderson. Carter. Fisk. Carter and Diaz. Bo Diaz. And then that's his, yeah. I didn't realize Lonnie Smith was Ozzy's brother. I was too young back then. I didn't pay attention. There we go. Fountain of Youth. Willie Stargell and an exasperated Pete Rose. And then an exasperated Winfield and a Kent Herbeck. Buddy Bell and Yount. Concepcion Trio? What is his first name? I don't remember. That's all good. And then here we go. Gaylord Perry. 300 career wins. Eckersley, Yaz, Mark Clear. Yeah. Al Williams, Gary Ward, Ron Washington. There we go. Frank Viola, rookie card. Frank Viola looking pretty sassy. Let's see what else we got here. Not that Randy Johnson. Kent Herbeck, I think second, third year card. Yeah, third year. Mickey Hatcher. This is Gaetti's rookie. And Tom Bernansky. Ooh, I don't know if you could see it, but in this field here, where it's supposed to be like darker color, there's just tons of white spots. It's like the ink has been wiped off the top. Pretty interesting. Ah, and Tom Seaver. It looks a little derpy, but it's Tom Seaver. All right, so that's the whole set. Not too shabby. At least it was all there. I got one more to look through. I won't trouble you with that. But I wanted to record this for posterity just in case I had to say anything to the seller. Make sure it was all there. And these look exactly like they came out of the same assortment. Same condition, same left to right centering issues. But judging by these yellowed top loaders, I think they're contemporary to maybe 1992 when these things were around 1992 when these things were put to storage or put together, either way. BOGGS, again, really clean. Just a little left to right, a little bit of discoloration along the top border there. Maybe that's from the top loader. So these older top loaders, they start to leach materials into the cards over time, I think. There we go. Same with the Tony Gwynn. Just a little bit of discoloration around the edge, like very minor. But again, off center, but clean card. And then maybe he was a family friend. Maybe it was his favorite player. Maybe there's something I'm not catching. Is there an error card with this? I'll have to look up and see. He's just card number 1. I don't know. I don't know why he sleeved this one. It's not his rookie. Maybe it's a sentimental thing, or maybe it's just because he's card number 1. I have no idea. But he can go in the regular stack. But that's it. I've got one more box to go. I'll just look and see what the top looks like. Yeah, same. There's another one. There's BOGGS and everybody. Same configuration. Yep. It's got the same guys on it. Got all the rookies up there. So this is the third one. But I'll go through that at a separate time. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. It's interesting to look at these old cards. And yeah, have a good one.